Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So, now that Gen 9 is out and Generation 8 is completely done at this point, I want to rank my favorite Gen 8 Pokemon. Now, I had to go back and add all of the previous things I had picked. If you haven't seen the previous ones, please go back and do so. I have reasons for all of these. But moving on to the first normal type Pokemon of Generation 8. Wooloo. Wooloo wins by a country mob because he's a good boy. As far as fire types are concerned, I'm gonna have to. What do we have as far as what's going on as a excuse me. As far as the rock types are concerned, let me just double check. Dragon, Ghost, Rock. You know what? It's kind of a toss-up if I'm being completely honest, but for the time being, I'm going to pick Colossal as my favorite fire, because there's just something about its design that I really, really like on a deep fundamental level that I don't get from others. Meanwhile, for the water, I probably would pick... I probably would pick, like, the Arushifu's water form here, if I'm being completely honest, because I'm not particularly fond, really, of, like, don't get me, I'm not a big fan of Oshawott evolution line generally, like Samurott. Even like its alternative form is whatever, and also the starters in this generation were fairly mid. But Urshifu, the water variation, was cool. As far as grass is concerned, it has, in my mind, has to go to, Appleton. He's just a little manses, and if you mod your game copy of Sword or Shield and you turn the music off completely, you can actually hear Appleton's little footsteps when he's walking or in Scarlet and Violet, and it's very, very good, and I like him a lot. As far as electric types are concerned, though, personally, I'd probably let me just double check. Are there other poisons I would give a shit about? Not really. So, but I'll save that for there. As far as electric types are concerned, Yamper is good. I like the Hisuian like Morpeko is cute, but honestly, if I have to give it to anyone, I have to give it to Yamper because he's a fucking corgi Pokemon. Of course, he's going to win. As far as ice types are concerned, though, it's an easy Snom. I love Snom. Snom is just this good little man. He's a little worm, and I love him. Fighting types, a little bit different. Let me see what we have first. As I probably would give this to the physical version of Urshifu, just because I'm not necessarily a fan of any others, personally myself. As far as poison is concerned, I'd probably give it to Toxtricity. I like Toxtricity. I think he's really, really cool. I thought, just electric poison I think is great typing. Ground types. Not really great options here, but Ursaluna I liked a lot. I liked Ursaluna and and even though it's a pain in the ass to get. Oh my god, that was such a hard Pokemon to evolve in Pokemon Arceus. But I did it. By God, I did it. Let me just look ahead to the dragons. Yep. Okay, so. Oh God, what was the fucking ghost? Yeah, okay. Alright, so this is gonna go to Corviknight. I really like Corviknight. I like Corviknight's design. I think, it's basically better Skarmory. I'm all for it and I love it. Like, no notes. Psychic. I thought the Galarian Mr. Mime was an interesting concept. I wasn't a fan of the bugs. Hatterene has I probably would give it to Galarian Rapidash just because it's a unicorn. I think that's fabulous. Meanwhile, as far as straight bugs are concerned, I'd probably give it to Cleavor. Cleavor I thought was a really, really cool take on the Hisuian forms. I thought it was really, really awesome. Rock, as far as Rock is concerned, I'm going to give this to Hisuian Growlithe because look at it. It's the cutest fucking thing on the planet. Meanwhile, we have under Ghosts, we have Cursula, which, as someone who liked Corsola, and honestly I always thought Corsola was a Gen 3 Pokemon, if I'm being honest. I like the from a political standpoint, like what the evolution of Cursula stands for, and I think that's pretty cool. As far as dragons, we're going to go with Dragapult. I think or actually Dreepy, because Dreepy's a derpy little man's and he likes just getting fucking yeeted. Like, look into this Pokedex entries. They literally love being tossed like footballs and coming back. It's they think it's the funnest thing on the planet. As far as Dark is concerned, I'd probably give it to the Galarian Zigzagoon, just because like I love Hoenn, and I thought that the redesign of Zigzagoon for Galar was pretty cool, and they had a third evolution, which I thought was awesome. As far as steel types are concerned, we're going to be giving that to Duraludon. Pretty cool. It gives me like steel Tyranitar vibes. I don't hate it. I like it a lot. I think it's pretty cool. As far as fairy is concerned, I'd probably give it to Grimmsnarl. Look at the fuck they. Ugh. Don't even get me started on the new weather Pokemon they added. Jesus. As far as starters are concerned, I'd probably give it, if I were to give, like, it's normally I'd pick the first intro starters, but man, I'm gonna give it to Hisuian Typhlosion, because he's a fucking ghost type and it's badass, and he also looks perpetually stoned, which is hilarious. As far as alternative types, and these include G-Max forms, I always thought that, you know, if I if nothing else, Eternus was dog shit, and I hated it. Like, the Claw was a really cool G-Max idea. It's a shame we were never able to like get access to that as like an option. But if I have to give it to any, I'd give it to Hisuian Zorora. That's the one. I thought it's adorable looking. It's great, and its evolved form is cool too. As far as the legendaries are concerned, we did have a bit of pickings as far as, you know, different things are differently considered. But if I had to pick any of the legendaries that had been begotten, I personally would want to maybe give that to Cubfu, because he's a bear cub and he's adorable and I love him and he deserves the world. My favorite out of this generation, that's actually a hard one, because between Pokemon Legends Arceus and Sword and Shield and all the DLC, like, there's some really cool Pokemon. But if I had to pick one out of everybody here, it'd have to be Wooloo. It has to be Wooloo, because Wooloo is best boy, and he's a good boy, and I love him very much. And he is very good, and I like him a lot. So yeah. That I'm fairly happy with that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you bunches and bunches. Thank you so very much for spending time with me here. If you haven't already joined my Discord community, please consider doing so down below. Should be the first link. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodles.